It's a meta watch party.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we watching today?
This video is called Racists Take a DNA Test.
Ooh, sounds spicy. Let's meta watch.
American education at its finest. Latinos take a DNA test. What's this?
Today we're going to be taking a DNA test.
Finally, to find out if I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
I really hope that I get full 100% Mexican, 100% Mexican. If I don't get 100% Mexican, I'm going to be sad.
Is that how it works?
From the DR.
I was just thinking that, like, DNA, I don't know a lot of science, but I don't think that's what the DNA shows, like nationality.
Exactly.
These people are talking about nationality.
People don't know what nationality is.
I don't think Puerto Rican is gonna show up.
If
That's not a
anything, it would
nation.
be Taino, because Puerto Rican is not an ethnic group. It's just a nation.
So DNA shows your ethnicity.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
So, like, there's some black in there, but my mom's
yeah.
last name is very white, so something weird probably happened there.
Okay, so it's been about 4 to 5 weeks. We finally got the results. I'm super scared, nervous.
Okay.
I'm excited. I don't know.
I'm anxious. I don't know what I am. I'm having an identity crisis.
Obviously.
Honestly, who's not having an identity crisis right now?
I'm not.
I mean, a lot of people are, because what is even black? She says she's black. She's from DR and Sri Lanka. That's the problem. Like, black is a race, but it's also a nationality because it's a substitute for American. So, like, who is what and what is what?
I'm very nervous. I'm worried I'm white.
Oh, we're in.
Okay, what do we do? What do we do?
Oh my gosh, I'm 71.9% European.
Oh God, she's worried.
What a
Really?
shocker.
Why is this like the most
Broadly so.
broad, like, white DNA
It's
test?
a very white DNA test.
70-something% European is broadly white, I guess is what you're saying.
Am I gonna be the one that has to say it? This guy is he's kind of a white guy.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
You know? Like, I think that's why, because, like, if you look at him, I mean, he does, like, if you had to guess.
Oh, I already saw a number I don't like.
Which one?
Uh-oh.
44% European.
Okay.
Yep.
I can see it. I was expecting more.
Duh.
46.9.
I was expecting it to be gay. 44. He's not all the way gay.
You're not fully gay.
Because maybe that's his girlfriend, but at least 44%. His name is Juanito.
Nah, I'm definitely upping Juanito's percentage of gay to about 86%. Look at his leopard rose silk shirt.
The DNA test says that Juanito is a 100% all the way gay.
You are!
Guess that this guy is half European. Fucking no shit.
9% East Asian Indigenous American.
Okay.
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 I guess it's native roots.
Okay.
You know, I'm ready to touch. 1% Jewish. What's up? Where's Mexico?
Where's Mexico? It said 10% Indigenous American. He said, where's Mexico?
In America.
10% Indigenous American, followed by where's Mexico? That's the point exactly.
Not an ethnicity.
Oh my God, I'm not white. Like at all.
She's not white? Wow. I would have never expected that. That's crazy. Man.
Oh my God. I'm mostly Central and South
Thank God. She
Asian.
said.
Yeah?
Southern Asian, 45%. We knew that.
Okay.
Southern Indian and Sri Lankan, 45.5%. Shocker.
Yeah.
The other 36% is Sub-Saharan African. Are we surprised? No. Oh no. European. 10%. That is an amount I can allow. So my mom...
Damn.
What are you saying, damn to?
White people got it rough out here these days.
Yeah.
And I know white is not a thing. People who are perceived to be white are having a rough time of it. It's like they either have to pretend to hate themselves or actually be taught to hate themselves as to not offend everybody else.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel good about being white every day. For a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege.
That is whack.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Everybody else just gets to dunk on them any chance they get without any repercussion.
While simultaneously asserting the fact that it's these white people who are so hateful and racist. Like, what? Are you hearing the words that are coming out of your mouths?
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.
Phew! Thank God I'm not one of those.
You're right. It's like,
that's rude. Now, if they said that about her, it's a totally, like, come
It would
on,
be
the double
like-
standard is out of control.
there would be the KKK Grand Master if they said the same thing about her.
Exactly. And then it's like, they'll defend it and say, well, it's acceptable for, folks to dunk on white people because of the white people's ancestors.
To ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. To you and all African Americans, I apologize. Please forgive us.
First of all, no. Second of all, these people are taking their DNA test. They don't know who their own ancestors are.
You are looking at your great-great-grandfather, James Henry Dixon. It's difficult to make out, but that is your biological great-great-grandfather.
Now, I'd have fought you 5 minutes ago if you told me that I had a white great-great-grandfather.
You do. You can fight me, but it's the truth. And ain't nothing you can do about it.
What? Kunta got white ancestry.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Yeah.
Come on now, Skip.
You took 2 DNA tests. The 2 major commercial DNA tests almost never have tested an African American who was 100% sub-Saharan African. Wow. We all have white ancestry.
Our research shows that he had at least 9 children and more than 40 grandchildren, meaning that LeVar has an extensive network of white cousins whose roots stretch back centuries in the American South.
This is insanely surprising. I mean...
How does it make you feel? Confederates in the family.
Well, there's some conflict roiling inside of me right now, but...
Yeah, and surprise, surprise, some of them are European.
Surprise, surprise!
So it's like, you're gonna just uplift some of your ancestors and then just bash other of your own ancestors? How does that even work? At this point, we're all blended. That's why we shouldn't even use these stupid racial norms, and we should just identify by where you're from, because that's what we know.
Message!
That's gonna more closely tell us something about your culture and maybe the experience that you had. Not all the way. We still have to get to know you as an individual. Isn't that really the lesson? Isn't that what Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.?
I was about to say, somebody I know had a dream like that, but I couldn't quite put my finger on who it was.
And yet, we gave him a whole holiday.
10%. That is an amount I can allow. So my mom is from the Dominican Republic. That didn't show up here at all.
I love how people get really upset about finding out that their ethnicity isn't 100% what they thought it was. It's like, oh, my parents told me that, this is what happened.
I remember my grandmother saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black.
How would she even know that? But, did it really happen that way? And it's just that people that make, their race and, their ancestry part of their identity, I think it's just it's a very bad mindset to have. It's a silly mindset to have.
And it's a recent mindset to have because they very recently invented black and white.
It is important to note that the label black was not used by the U.S. Census as a means to categorize an individual only by their skin complexion, and neither was white, because if you were labeled white by the U.S. Census, then it means that you could have European, Asian, Arabic, or African origins, exposing that you do not have to carry pale skin as your complexion to be categorized as white. Did you notice that if an individual has an African origin, then the U.S. Census will label them as white? What does this mean? It means that a person can be darker than dark complected and remain labeled white as their race category, exposing the labels black and white as a status with the government and not an actual color of skin.
And what about the yellows and the reds? Our people.
Message!
Yeah. And also just historically, people identify as where they come from because that's what you know. And even today, people identify as where they come from. It's like where you come from, quote unquote, can be parsed down to just like the block you're from. That's why it's like people with the same ethnicity and the same quote unquote racial makeup, like in Compton, California, for example, can be at war with each other because, you know, they're from one block and I'm from the next block.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the same projects in Harlem,
right?
And they be warring with each other. It could be the same projects, different buildings, and they could be at war with each other. Same people, literally the same family. So where you from is the only thing that matters.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
I am 88.7% European.
Who's surprised? Who's surprised?
Like, what was she telling people?
Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spanish and Portuguese, I'm 85.4%.
You know what confuses it too?
What?
Some countries like Spain and Portugal have their nationality as their ethnic identity.
Mm-hmm. Right, being Spanish is
But that's also invalid because Spain and Portugal have been mixed for centuries in certain parts of the past, right? So if the Moors ruled Spain for 700 years, then where's their DNA in the so-called Spanish?
Message!
That's why none of this makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So no Italian.
No Italian.
Interesting.
I'm gonna call my mom about this.
Uh-oh.
The comments are gonna be like, she's not even.
Are you even Latina at this? I'm kidding.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
Spanish and Portuguese.
I mean, Latina.
But that's not considered Latin America.
Yeah, I mean, but Latina is the culture.
Yeah.
Latin is a culture. It's not a race, and it's not an ethnic group either. So that's why it's confusing, because people don't distinguish between race, ethnicity, nationality, and culture.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happened in her family, but she walked away from that thinking Italian.
Forget about it!
Like, did she transpose the letters? Did she scramble them? Latina is the same letters as Italian? No, I'm missing an I. Well,
that's the thing. People can identify as what they want.
My name is Riley. I'm 25 years old. I live outside of Buffalo, New York, and I'm addicted to being an adult baby.
Yeah, who cares?
Right. Where were you born?
40%, 40.9% East Asian and Indigenous. I wanted 70 or 80.
You're 4% less colonized than I am. Congratulations.
From Spanish and Portuguese, 27%.
Welcome to the team.
What surprised you the most?
The 44% European.
Oh my gosh.
These numbers are not making sense. 40% this, 40% that, 27%, 27? Like, their DNA is not even adding up to 100. They're getting like extra ethnic credit or something. What is happening? Like, I'm like, am I missing something the whole time? Nothing is adding up to 100. That's 113.
Like, am I the only guy? This guy abso-fucking-lutely looks like he could be from Europe. Bro, what the fuck did his parents tell him? What the fuck? Like, he's like the most European guy in the entire video.
Even down to his gay European shirt.
Juanito.
He's like, what do you mean?
No offense to the Europeans, to my vanilla friends out there, I love all of you.
Vanilla friends.
Oh my God.
Is he not vanilla?
He's with a little tagine on it.
Much, their identity, right? Their parents brought them up. This is, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Cleopatra. Remember that? You don't need to listen to fucking history books because my grandma said Cleopatra was black.
And they didn't even use those words.
Cleopatra was Egyptian.
Well, they said she came from somewhere else.
Was she, or
so
she Greek?
I don't think she was Egyptian.
Was she African, or was she Greek, or I don't know. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what the problem is that historically we apply homogenous ethnicity to a nation, but these nations were not homogenous.
Right.
So what does it even matter at this point?
And that's why to this day, when people hear American, they reject it because it's been used synonymously with white, when the actual definition is copper-colored people. that get your brain thinking.
Yeah.
What does it all even mean? And why cling so tightly to these concepts that are just being fed to us and forced to us?
And being broken down in real time.
Right.
Like in this video.
Right.
I wonder what it feels like to be a person that grows up discriminating against the people, and then they learn that they are that people to the tune of 80%. What a kick in the nuts. That's why people need to learn what words mean. You need to learn what ethnicity is, nationality. You need to learn what race is and why it's made up.
Yeah, because they're just causing massive destruction. It's the essence of divide and conquer. Like, come on, like, what are we arguing about? We need to all be figuring out what's going on and who's doing this to us.
Like, we're all humans, and they obviously being put against each other for a certain reason. Yeah, maybe some entities aren't human. I'm sure there's some non-human entities out there too.
Yeah, look at Brandon Johnson.
So yeah, definitely there's some demons out there too. So it's like demons come in all shapes and colors. So if you don't want to get tricked by a demon, then maybe you shouldn't just judge people based on their skin color.
The more you know.
It's a meta watch party.